Would you trust a drone to fly your fields? Thousands of American farmers already do. Spray drones over the last 10 years have developed in ways to make them efficient for American agriculture. Farmers now have another option that can handle spray jobs more efficiently. I want to tell you a little bit about spray drones. Spray drones have changed a lot over the last few years. We will first look at the history of spray drones, how they came into America, and how they've since developed. Then we'll look at how they can make applications more efficient, and finally we'll look at the safety features. According to Talos, a leader in the American drone market, American spray drones first released in 2016 with the release of the MG1 from DJI. Came over from China, featuring a 10-liter spray tank, could only spray about 6 acres an hour, and had only an 8-foot swath width. That means every time the drone went across the field and came back, it could only do 16 feet at a time. That was followed up by the T-Series drones. Then they started out with the T20, T25, T30, T40, T50, and then finally got to the T60, or T100, sorry. T100 features a 100-liter spray tank for up to 80 acres an hour, using a 35-foot swath width. So that means every time the drone goes across the field, you're getting 70 feet of spray coverage versus the 16 of the past. Those changes have made it so that drones can actually be effective for American agriculture. Now that you know a little bit about the history and how they have changed over the last 10 years, let's look at how they fit into American agriculture. They're more effective for smaller fields, but they can get good coverage on larger fields with use of multiple drones. But where they really shine above planes is these small fields that planes can't get into, as well as ones that planes will pass up because they're just not profitable with the high operating cost of a plane. Drones also can get around power lines where planes just can't spray. If you wanted to have a small field sprayed with a plane, you're not going to have a lot of options for a 10 or 12 acre field with a plane. If you do get someone to spray it, they're probably going to charge you around $16 an acre just for application. For drones, a small field's perfect, so you're going to be at $11 to $12 an acre. That's a lot of savings when you have a lot of small fields to cover. Then on to safety. Spray drones increase safety for all ag pilots because they can take the small jobs away from the planes so that the planes don't have to put the pilots at risk. Drones are able to go around power lines and help avoid situations like this where the pilot had to make a choice to either go under or over the power line. With drones, we can go right around the power lines and don't have to miss any acres while also not putting any lives at risk. Drones are also more precise and able to do smaller swath widths, which allow for less chemical use, less overlap, and less chance for runoffs into the environment. So now that you know a little bit about spray drones, you can know next time you see a drone flying a field, you won't have to question, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's just a drone. Drones have changed a lot over the last 5 years. With the development of drones, we have been able to make them effective for American agriculture, as well as we've been able to keep more pilots safe. So now that I've showed you a little bit about the history and the developments of the planes, as well as how they make ag more effective and safe, I hope you can trust drones to do your spraying.